clear. Coming through Geocache Talk, a voice on the line I hear. Coming through Geocache Talk.
Embark on a breathtaking 12-night journey through Scandinavia with the Worldwide Cache Cruise, starting from the enchanting city of Amsterdam. With the Worldwide Cache Cruise, we are not just taking a vacation. We are geocaching and collecting experiences that will last a lifetime.
A stunning symbol of adventure, community, and storytelling. Its bold design shines with vibrant colors and a cool retro look. It's more than just a coin. It's a badge of geocaching passion. You can be part of the journey by supporting Geocache Talk on Patreon. Your patronage helps create inspiring shows, grow the community, and keep the adventure going. Join the network at patreon.com/geocachetalk.
Have you subscribed to FTF Magazine yet? FTF Magazine is the #1 geocaching magazine available. It is a quarterly magazine that you can be part of. Subscribing is easy. Just visit FTF's website, ftfgeo.com. Don't miss out and subscribe today.
Calling all geocachers. At artedcrafted.com, we create unique apparel designed by geocachers for geocachers. From custom t-shirts to personalized mugs, our gear lets you express your passion. Stand out at your next event with artedcrafted.com. artedcrafted.com. Gear up for your next geocaching adventure.
Big thanks to our new patrons, Old Bowler, Lost Kin, Whidbey Island Gal, Caching Karma, returning patron, Soccer Kicks, Handyman, 43701, and Gundark 2000. I love that one. I love them all, but that one is kind of cool. Thank you to all of our patrons for keeping all the shows on the air. I mean, we do have a lot of cool shows, and we bring in the Dewey and Louie to my Huey.
Oh man, I call Dewey. Jesse is way more of a Louie. Just saying.
I'll take more of a Huey.
Yeah.
Memphis Mafia and the Pizza Ninja. Pizza Ninja. Pizza Ninja.
Oh man, Gary, sounds like you're going to break some beats there, man. I like it.
No, again, yeah. Thanks to our patrons. We're very grateful. Because those bills, they don't slow down.
I'll tell you, doing cool stuff takes money. But when you're doing that for the right people and it's a right team, everything works, man. Everything works.
Yeah. It works great. And there's several things that we use that I think have become I wouldn't say vital, but they're sort of integral, I guess is a good way to put it. I mean, we use PicMonkey a lot. What are some other ones, John? We use Chat GPT.
Yep. StreamYard we use on that one for sure.
StreamYard.
A lot of different services.
Yeah, we've got several that we use that are important.
Our Whiskey of the Month Club.
There you go. Yeah. Let's make a note that Jesse does that on his own. That's his own. This is his own thing.
Yes.
Oh, what?
Sorry.
I'll take it out of my salary.
I'm not reimbursing. Yeah, not taking out your salary. Everybody along for the ride. That's awesome. Thank you to our patrons and also to all of our folks in the chat room. We have got a great group tonight all along. Yeah, there's Gundark. He's here.
Awesome.
Mr.
Gundark, big shout out to him on that one. He created a VR cache as well too. That's really cool.
He did. Yeah. We're up to 3 now in the world.
Yep.
Three VRs. That's awesome.
What can we do to make that spread a lot more?
Yeah, just keep it going. Keep talking about it.
It's like we need to do a patron show for our patrons.
Ooh.
How would we do that?
What a great idea.
Yeah.
Like show people how step by step to publish a new cache type in their area?
Yeah, I think we should. I think that would be really cool.
Be perfect.
So we should do that next year, or when should we do that? What do you think?
We could do it this week, man. If
this week.
Yeah,
okay.
You want to?
Yeah, like Thursday?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it Thursday.
So we're doing a VR patron show for how to build virtual reality caches on Thursday. Yeah, let's do it.
What's funny is,
all right. What time we should do that though?
You want to do it like Eastern time? I mean, we're both Eastern. Gary's not Eastern, but I mean, I'm thinking like you want to do it like 8 o'clock Eastern, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Let's do that. 8 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah.
We should probably tell somebody. Oh wait, I think we just did.
It almost
8 o'clock Eastern time. Patron show, step by step. By the time you leave, you can publish a VR cache.
Absolutely, man.
That's a pretty good promise. Okay, there we go.
And then after they publish, people can send us the links or the GC codes, and we'll add them to our bookmark list, and everybody will be able to check out everybody's VR caches. So that would be pretty awesome.
And Tom's confused already, but it's not a virtual reality show. It's a virtual reality. So show. I mean, it's in a class. Although once we get in there, there's a way we could do that. We may have to do that in the future.
Yeah.
Tom, if I don't know how the VR works, how do I get into a VR show? So that's funny.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, it made it really sound like you guys were making it up on the fly. It really almost.
What are you talking about?
It almost
Why are you ruining our surprise.
Yeah, Gary, come on. We got to claim we have acting skills.
We've been taking improv lessons from our buddies. You gotta acting lessons from our buddies. You stop ruining it. You just pulled back the curtain. That's no good.
Yeah, I'll probably never get casted for another adventure lab like acting gig ever again after this.
You just ruined my movie career. It's just over now.
Awesome.
Okay, let's move on. We probably have other stuff to cover in news.
Let's move on. All right. So
treasures?
Yeah.
Is that in the news? Do we care?
So let's
we don't care. Move on. Okay.
Not tonight. Not tonight. Just saying.
Okay, let's move on.
We care, but maybe another time.
Let's do this. John, you want to start off the news?
Hey, I'm going to start it off Cache Odyssey because like Cache Odyssey to me, it's crazy. Like, I don't know if you guys saw we're at like, we're actually over 1,478 favorite points.
Woo-hoo!
Oh my gosh.
How nuts is that? You know?
Yeah.
I might hit 1,500 this week. That's
seriously.
crazy.
And you're talking like full month, like January, full month, February, full month, March.
That's it.
And now it's April. So
3
almost
months.
like 500 favorite points a month almost, you know?
Incredible.
Let's just keep that up.
Yeah.
Let's keep it up for a long time.
I know, but it's crazy on this one. And we got a few other regions completed. I know Northeast people jumped ahead, wanted to make sure they completed that one, but Midwest region completed. There's actually 2 people who have completed the Midwest region, believe it or not. We got in, and I love this caching name, Juana Cache on that one.
Love it.
Nice.
So Juana Cache completed. So big shout out to them. That is awesome. And then B Flenche as well too completed the Midwest region. So big congratulations to both of them.
That's awesome. That's a lot of miles driven.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, definitely more than the Northeast. But you know, then again, there was this guy in the Northeast in New York who placed his cache out of the way. So a little trickier, I guess.
That Canadian, I swear.
Oh man, yeah, that pickle pizza eating guy. Don't even get me started. But for the South region, we actually have 2 people who have completed that, believe it or not, now too. Poan, which big congratulations to Poan on that one because Poan's just killing it.
She's a monster. Yeah, she's a monster.
She is incredible in so many different ways, including the pizza reports that she sends to me of her journeys along the way.
Oh gosh.
Which I think she said pickle pizza is still number 3rd out of all the pizzas she's tried. So that's pretty awesome.
Cool.
But the other person in the South region who's completed it, FL Travelers as well too.
Yep.
So big congratulations to both of them on that side. And happy Hodag, and Poe passed through here recently. It's almost like Anne's like Santa Claus. Just like you can picture like her card going all over the country on this one.
She's kind of been everywhere.
Yeah.
She's like the Johnny Cash song. The I've been
yeah.
everywhere, man.
Well,
She could probably sing it like that.
Yeah, you could, Gary.
I couldn't. She could, maybe.
Oh, she could.
I suggest we don't. We don't want to run everybody off immediately before we even get to the real show. But
yeah, no, true. But last item on Cache Odyssey is if people have not started their journey yet, the best way to start your journey is at cacheodyssey.com.
Yes.
So check it out on that one. That gives you the details, what Cache Odyssey is, the breakdown of the regions from there, where to get your passport, and the all awesome leaderboard too that retired guy and Sloth 96 put together. That everybody's got to check that out.
Yeah.
Key. Very cool. So I got a real quick one, and then John, I'll let you wrap up the news with your last little grouping. I've only got one, and that is we do have because it's not far away. I know Jesse says it's fake news, but Gigastock's not far away. And if you would like to celebrate Geo Woodstock being so Gigastock this year, we do have shirts available. I'm wearing it tonight. I'm wearing my.
Oh man, love it!
Goodness, I'm wearing my Geocache shirt, Geocache Talk shirt. There it is. Woo! So it's tie-dye. We went with yellow for our color for this one, so we're very thrilled with our little shirt. But they're available if you go to geocache.com/shop. Then there it is, geocachetalk.com/shop, and you can get you a shirt. Kind of cool. So,
yeah,
I'm jealous, but I won't be bitter, but I am jealous.
I understand.
Yeah.
Wish you could be with us, but we understand.
Absolutely.
I mean, I will be a little bitter actually, but I'm still jealous. So.
Yep. So Gundark's got his. So anyway, they're available. Hey, go get one and be excited. I'm planning, still in the process of planning, but we do have a patron event scheduled. So if you're a patron and you're going to be at Geo Woodstock, definitely double check our event that we're having, only for patrons, and we are fired up. I've been in discussions with our hosts for that, and very excited for that. And they're also very excited to have us be there. It'll be great. So. All right, and then John, you got a few more items. That was my only one.
Yeah, and I just got to say on the shirt, I got mine just the other day and it looks awesome. So,
cool.
I know, so I'm excited about that one. But one I wanted to put out here because I don't know how many people know. Geocaching HQ, they actually updated their app on March 31st. Did you guys know that?
No, I didn't
so
know that.
They updated it. So one of the things that they did on the app, and it's kind of cool because I don't know if you guys actually remember the show where we had Brian on. I think it was actually the podcast of Hope. And Tim Merlin 1392 said to Brian, he goes, you know what? It would be awesome if there was an easier way to search for block parties and community celebration events. So actually now on the geocaching app on your phone, you can go in, and if you search by event types, you can break all of that out into those.
Oh, wow.
Events. So I thought that was very cool. And that was one of those things I'm like, man, I got to get the word out on that one because I don't think a lot of people knew about that update.
That's cool.
So, also to that, they have an additive cache type filters as well, too, that you can use as well, too. Just some things to check out if you use the official Geocaching HQ app.
On the regular app, huh? Okay, cool.
Yep.
I have not used that in a while.
No, I'm still hooked on Cachely, but that's
personal preference, right? I don't actually have the app, but I've had it before. I had the original $10 one, but I've had the other version since then, but I haven't. Yeah, I'll leave that up to Gary. Gary can have it. It's just, here's the thing, like we all know, and I don't want to get on a whole separate thing, but I've had Cachly for so long now. Like I'd have to start all over with another app. And for a long time, Cachly was so far advanced. HQ wasn't really, building theirs up. And
you're right.
I can, do it driving 100 miles an hour down a Texas road, safely, obviously, and using my app at the same time. Not that I've ever texted drive, but I don't need to look at it anymore. I know where everything is on it. I'd have to learn everything brand new.
Just in case anybody's like wondering at this, like I just got to put out there, like imagine since Jesse's an ex law enforcement, imagine like a law enforcement person driving to an emergency as fast as they can. If you ever ride with Jesse in a small automobile, it's a very similar experience when he's driving the caches on that one, especially when he's like, "Hey, Pizza Ninja, lean your weight to this side so the car doesn't tip over."
Hey, that car didn't even go that fast. It was like a wind-up car.
That's funny.
I bet you we never got over 50 miles an hour in that car.
It's probably a good thing we didn't get over 50 miles an hour.
That was one of the smallest cars I've ever been in. That's true.
Absolutely.
Hey, it was fun. I've already looked at them on the lot. They're $18,000 brand new.
Oh, where was that, in Oklahoma?
Yeah, that was Oklahoma. Yeah,
that's right.
Mitsubishi Mirage.
I remember when John got out of the car and he was like shaking. He was like, it took him a while to even be able to talk. It was like, what's going on? He goes, I can't talk about it.
Well, that was for many reasons, Gary. It was like, one of them was like, Jesse goes, we got 10 minutes. How many caches do you think we can get in 10 minutes?
That really was.
And then the other thing was like,
I think we got like 6. It was awesome.
Yeah,
I can't believe
6.
you got that many in that short of a time.
But at one of those stops, Jesse was like, the cache has to be there in that tree. And I'm like, where that hornet's nest is? And Jesse's like, I bet you that's a fake hornet's nest. That was not a fake hornet's nest.
And it wasn't.
Let me tell you that.
Did you get stung? You got stung, didn't you?
Yeah, I got stung like 6 or 7 times. Like right before our patron breakfast on that. So I was like, I think the adrenaline was all kicking in.
Oh my gosh, that was fun though.
Probably a little bit more fun for you, just saying, but it was still a good time.
I didn't get stung, but that's true. You're right.
Yeah.
So
crazy. So Bell on the Move is with us tonight. Hello from Nevada. So
man,
I think he might have completed his cross-state, his interstate. Yeah, it's not intra, his interstate move. So
hey, I like Nevada.
Good for him, sir, that he's made the transition from being in California to Nevada. So,
he's right by the ET Power Trail now.
Whatever works for you. And he says,
do like a 4,000-day streak.
Rick from Rhode Island. We got people all over all over, which is great. Big shout out to, and we'll get cranking here, but big shout out to, I'm able to look at some stats on as far as audio goes, and we are getting a lot of folks in Europe, and that bodes well for our Scandinavian trip. We might be able to get to meet some of our audio listeners, which would be awesome. As we're going to be in like at least 6 countries, maybe more. Who knows? With proper planning, you might be able to sneak in a couple other countries, as it were. But we are getting a lot of folks in various countries, and that's always a wonderful thing. Also, shout out to I'm getting more of the our patron coins out the door, and been talking to a lot of, look, I even got it prepped for the back. I showed this to Charles, and he's like, well, that's no fun. You covered up the GC, or not the GC, but the the trackable number, and I was like, "Yep, that's what I'm doing. I'm covering up the trackable number." But anyway, shout out to our folks that are down in the southern hemisphere, our New Zealand and Australian and other folks that I've been discussing with them about getting those shipped out. So very excited for our new coin. It's chunky, as they say. It's a very chunky coin. So
it is.
We're very, very happy with that coin. So that's our new patron coin. There's no more. If you have the blackout coin, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
There are no more.
Wow,
they will not be remade.
Never be produced again.
It's like the green coin. Remember, we used to talk about the green coin once.
Oh, yeah.
And they were a big deal. And they really are.
I like that. To me, that's when coins are fun. When you can't just buy them at any time. Like once they're gone, they're gone. And you got to try to find one after that.
Yeah. If you ever find the green version, I mean, go ahead and, it depends on the price, but you might want to grab it because there are no more.
Man, I don't even have a green one. Love a green one.
See, you could even get one. So there you go.
I'll trade slices of pizza for a green one.
There you go.
All right, so we've got a couple things tonight. We're going to talk about Cache Event Madness, and we're going to get a big update from John on Cache Event Madness and how you can participate in that. And then we're going to go over not every mega, but we were going to kind of go over the three of us. What are things that we really like about megas? And we might reference a few, but we'll stay on the positive side, I think, for the most part. Because we want to talk about what we like. I mean, we've all have things that we might not like, but we're not going to get into that. But first, John, give us like a whole rundown of what we're doing with Cache Event Madness and where we stand on that, if you would, sir.
And John, as you do that, maybe mention the one we did before as an explain, because a lot of people weren't around. So explainer for this one as well.
Point. That's a good point. So last year, starting in March, we asked the question, what is the best cache type? And we created a bracket format, taking a look at that to ask the question, what is the best cache type out there? And of course, it's subjective, for you, what cache type do you like best? And we went through and we did that after multiple rounds on that one, getting people's input, voting, and this is one of those things, it's a link you can share, put it out there. But after we went through that for, I want to say, I think it was like 4 weeks, last year, the best cache type that was out there was actually the mystery cache type, believe it or not. So that was really cool to engage people to find out on that one. But coming back to this year, with all the events going on in 2025, we wanted to ask the question, what event excites you the most? So what is your ultimate event? So it was a little tricky one for this year because there's so many events out there. And I know so many people we talk to, it's like the challenge is like with all these cool events, like what events can you make it to, which is kind of a good problem to have, right?
Sure.
On this one, we're looking at the events in North America for 2025. And really on that one, like looking at categories, because block parties, there are so many block parties out there this year, which is like incredible. So going through, and we'll kind of take everybody through it, and we'll do some screen sharing, is we broke it down by region to basically do like, what's your favorite block party by region? This year with the mega, there's not many megas. So it's basically what's, the mega that excites you the most.
Right.
And also on here, we put in special event. So special event, we have a giga. We know that, right?
Yep.
We got a couple of GPS. Okay, Jesse doesn't know there's a giga, but Gary and I know there's a giga. And we're going to get the giga icon, and we're going to love getting that giga icon. And
you're so greedy. You've already got it.
I think Tom's going to bring a flat Jesse again. We brought a flat.
Is he really?
That should count. I should be able to log it.
We were taking pictures in Cincinnati with the flat Jesse. It was pretty funny. So anyway, go ahead.
We do like the iPad on the robot body, and it just rolls around. That should count. I'm just saying.
You got me thinking. Maybe we'll have to do an augmented reality, Jesse.
That's what I was thinking.
Just like a picture.
VR.
We could do a VR Jesse.
We know that HQ is pushing digital stuff now, right?
Right.
Virtual stuff with all the cache types. So Virtual giga? I'm just saying.
Virtual
come on.
giga?
There's precedent for it. Worldwide cash count.
Yeah.
There's precedent for it. We can do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, keep going, John. We side railed you there for a minute.
So with this one too, for special events, there's a special event I threw on here that's not a block party. It's not a giga. It's not a mega. So I put an ASP Geobash because we all know this year with ASP Geobash, there was a little bit of controversy. And their numbers are saying that they should be mega, that they should be on block party. So we included them in that special event area. So if people want to vote for ASP Geobash in there, they can do that, you know.
Oh, I'm excited. This is good.
Yeah.
It's such a bummer that they're not. I signed the petition.
I know.
You know,
what's that?
That's wrong. Sorry, HQ. That is so wrong.
I know. And I mean, for so many people, because I talked to people this weekend at an event who are going to ASP Geobash and then going to Woodstock.
Yeah, because they're like, you can do that.
Yeah. It's not even like I don't even think it's like 4 hours away, you know, from Morgantown.
It should be a mega because nobody's going to just traipse across the border to Canada. Not that they won't, but it's not like you could just sort of drive up to the other event without. You got to cross a border. Not a huge deal. You got to get in line and do it. But the point is that you don't have mega events too close to each other. Well, they're not, because you can't just drive straight to it.
No, completely different country. And you're right, Gary. It's probably going to take a lot of time for people to get through that border too.
I mean, that border,
especially on a weekend, you know?
Yeah, you're talking at least 45 minutes at least, maybe an hour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's a fairly busy one. So I don't understand why you would take away somebody's mega. It's been a mega for years.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand.
17 years or something, you know?
I mean, this is dumb.
I know. But not to get on that too much.
Go ahead. That's another
People
story.
know how we feel on that one, but we want to include that as well too. So so what we did on this one, and I'm going to put the link in for people if they want to vote in the chat on here, and we're going to show the results. We're going to show the results in action, okay? Because the polls aren't done for this round yet.
Yeah, right. So you can still vote.
Absolutely. So there's the link in there for people to vote at this time. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a share screen. We're going to go through. We're going to take a look at this one. So let me see. Share screen is right on here. We can see how we've broken it down. So this one currently we have 41 responses, right?
Yeah.
So people who log in, you don't have to vote for each one. You can vote for which one you want to vote for.
You can do it like that just to make it even bigger.
Yeah, perfect. So you can see on this one currently we have for the block parties, we have one for Canadian on here.
Yes.
Because currently there's actually like 4 block parties on there for that are taking place in Canada. So right there, the leader right now is Discovered Linux and Eddington Block Party, 42.1%. We got celebrating 25 years of geocaching, aka Maritime Mega, at 31.6. Followed by the Wild Rose Homecoming, and then in the year 2025. So basically, whoever gets the most votes in this one moves on. Any of the others that do not get the top votes do not move forward in the way that we're doing our event madness this year. And, it's just not that one. There's so many events,
Yeah.
that we're just saying, what is that top Canadian block party that should move forward?
I've always heard good things about the LNA, and we'll get into what we like and we don't like later. But yeah, but the others are good too. I'm not saying we're not saying they're bad. It's just, where is the excitement coming from? And currently, that's the one. So anyway, go ahead. Next one.
Yeah, and you can see this is live. So as people are voting right now, you're going to see this update right now.
Oh, it's changing already.
Yeah, absolutely.
The orange.
What's a tie? There's a tie now.
Oh man,
dang! Orange. What's the orange one? That's the
orange one's MMVI, celebrating 25 years of geocaching, aka Maritime Mega.
Yep.
That one.
Are we going to go through these now? Or are we going to go through all the categories and come back to these? Because I'm just wondering.
No, so what we're going to do is we're going to move on. We're going to describe the different areas on that side.
I'll hold my questions then.
Yeah, go through, let people know. And then as we go into the different megas, we're going to go. And yeah, big shout out to Streck too. He said he just voted.
Yep.
So, yeah.
There's a new leader.
Oh, man. See, and this is the awesome part of doing this live on the show on here, because people can see what the impact their vote has.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. It's getting some serious love.
Yeah.
Now, is this a vote early, vote often type thing, or can we only vote once?
You know, people can vote as many times as they want, believe it or not. So if you are motivated, if you are passionate about an event, if it excites you, do what you need to, you know, on here.
Show how excited you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Put it forward. But our next category that we're going to go down to is Midwest Block Party.
The Midwest Geobash, MWGB.
Yeah, so you can see Midwest Geobash is actually the leader right now at 51.4% on here.
Yeah, it's got a majority.
Yeah, which, you know, big event, great event. You know, on here, Mingo Madness is in second place at 35.1% on here.
I mean, a shout out to Mingo Madness. You know, it's only it's a every 5-year event. So
yeah.
How you're killing me. We can't talk about them yet. Okay, I'm gonna hold off.
Can't talk about it.
I got things to say about all of these.
Well, and here's the thing, right? I mean, you go through these and you take a look at all of this. It's like, man, I wish I could have taken like a year off of work and had the travel money to go through like almost all of these events.
Oh, all these events. Oh, yeah.
Which is incredible, right? Because for geocaching for the 25th anniversary to have all these different events, it's just a testament to how great the game is right now. You know?
Right. There's some cool events there.
Yeah.
And well, yeah, we'll talk about. I'm not going to get into it. Like Jesse's, like I don't want to get into them right now. We'll talk about them in a minute. But...
Yeah, I'm holding it. I'm holding it for now.
Yeah.
Cash Bash, I love it.
Yeah, we got Camp Migo and then Cash Bash right now.
Yep.
So yeah, as you can see, you guys are voting. This is updating live on here, so get those votes in. But yeah, that's the Midwest Block Party, and again, same thing like the Canadian. The winner of this one moves forward to the next round.
To the next round,
just the winner. Everybody else, it's, you know, they're all great events, but we got to have one that people are most excited about.
And one of these will join. Mystery Cache as the winner. This will be this year's winner. Last year's winner was Mystery.
Yeah,
this year will be an event. Go ahead.
And how awesome would it be for one of these events to win, so that they could say this is the event that has excited people the most? You know.
Yeah, it'll be enshrined forever.
Yeah.
You know,
dude, this one's like a 3-way tie here.
This one's incredible.
This one's close.
Is a battle. Look at this. Almost like a third, and a third. Not exactly, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Yeah. We got CMAG on here, 37.5% right now. You know, 33% for 25 years in the DMV on that one. And, you know, on here for the Metro Mega on here. So, yeah, this one's so close. I mean, a lot of these, I think, could come down to the wire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rick's pointing out CMAG Block Party was a mega for the first time just a year ago. So,
yeah,
you know, we've got these new ones that have been around now a very short period of time, but they're getting a lot of love.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But yeah, a lot of good events in the Northeast.
Yep.
Going down to the Southeast on this one, we got 2 block parties in the Southeast on here. Bamarama, which is jumping out to a pretty good size lead on this one.
Come on now.
60.7.
I'm torn on this one. I'm so torn.
Oh, man.
You can't group these two together. That's not fair.
I know. It's
They're
tough,
Southeast.
man. It is
well,
I understand they're southeast, but that's still not fair, though.
Well, now we do want to point out that one. The cool thing is that they have one now. There's one in the Tampa area. It's really cool. And shout out to the Space Coast for putting that one together. I heard it was really good. I'll talk a little bit about it. I know from people that were there. It was really good. But go ahead, go to the next.
I loved it, but we're not going to get to there yet. We're going
to not yet.
Because I love Bamarama too. But anyway.
Oh man, I know so many great events.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one for sure in a minute.
Moving down to the Southwest on here. In the Southwest region, we got the Texas Challenge and we got Yuma. Yuma's currently in the lead on this one with
Oh my gosh.
3%, but Texas Challenge on that one at 43.8%.
Yep.
On here. So 2 awesome events for sure, but in the Southwest, it's head to head already in that area.
Well, I'm glad Yuma survived. There was a point, I guess 2 years ago now, where there was a lot of uncertainty whether it was going to continue or not, and so I'm glad it's continuing, which is great.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
And let's see, and you can see more votes are coming in. We're up to
Yep.
61 on here, which is awesome. Keep those votes coming.
Yep.
We got our West block party on here.
That one's close too. Look
Oh,
at that.
Yeah, look at that 3-way tie too.
Yeah, hold on. It's funny, as the votes come in, sometimes they bump the screen out. So West one on here.
Okay.
Yeah, we got currently in the lead on here. Well, 2 tied: Rocky Mountain Geo Rendezvous, the block party, and Spring Fling block party.
Oh, man, I'm just mad that the Rocky Mountain one didn't happen while I was still living in Colorado.
Yeah,
Although I know who's hosting it, so it'll be a good one. So
that's cool. Caching by the Bay, another great. These are all great ones.
I know these are all so tough.
I want to go to all of them. That's the problem.
And Spring Fling. I mean, Spring Fling, again, it's only been around for a few years, but it's I hear great things about it.
Yeah.
We here at Geocache Talk did send we sent some swag over to them last year, and was able to sort of have a little part in that whole event. So
it's jumping all around because people are voting. That's funny.
Which is awesome.
John's trying to control keeping the screen forward. So
I know.
But that's that's an interesting battle between those 3 for sure.
Yeah. And then go ahead, Jesse.
No, that one's close. I'm holding my comments until we come back. I'm holding my comments. I'm good.
Well, and then we go down to Mega, right? So Mega on here, and we know we got 4 megas in North America, which is kind of crazy, but with block parties, a lot of those events would be megas.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, for this year, the 4 out there. So Cache Fest Hawaii.
Yep.
Obviously the best, but anyway, we might be a little biased here.
It's getting huge love.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, big time.
Well, we don't have to talk about reasoning now, but it's killing me. But Castle Rock again, that was right down the street from where I used to live. What's up with all the megas in Colorado now?
Yeah.
Isn't that what happens though? It's like you move away and all the cool things happen in the area.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel very, very left out. I feel bullied.
The Geo Woodstock, Jesse, that we went to in the 14er it was near Castle Rock, wasn't it? No,
it was in Denver.
Well, it was south.
No,
Denver,
you're talking about which? No, Coin Fest was in Denver. The one we went to was in Colorado Springs, which is not terribly far from Castle Rock. Yes.
Well, yeah, the Geo Woodstock. It was in southern Denver.
Yeah, southern Denver, and then we had like some events down in.
We had events down in. Yeah, we had
Hunts Peak and stuff. Those were down there. Yeah, but southern Denver was where the main event was.
There was an event too, which we'll get into later. But there was an event at Rocky Mountain National Park too that I went to.
Yeah, that's the other way from Denver. That's even.
Yeah, it's the other way. But there was a side event up there that was really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Very cool. Yeah, and our last one on here is Moga on here. So
Moga.
Yeah.
I didn't think Moga was going to be mega anymore.
It did. It's back, man.
It's back. It's been resurrected from the dead.
Yeah, and it looks like it was a blast on that one. And moving down to our last one, special.
Going to be in Iowa next year.
What's that, Gary?
Sorry, Moga is going to be in Iowa next year, so that's exciting.
Very cool.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Got to be the first mega in Iowa?
Wow, look at this one. Will that be the first mega in Iowa?
I think it is.
No, surely not.
Good question. I'll have to look that up. But go ahead. But I like this one. Looks like a very much like a Pac-Man.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
It's like Angry Pac-Man.
Yeah.
So this is special event on here. So we got Geo Woodstock again, ASP Geo Bash, because it's an event that should have been a block party, should have been a mega, but we wanted to make sure we honored that and talked about it and put it in here. And then we had our GPS adventure mazes on here too. So
Oh,
yeah,
Jim thinks it's the second. I want to. That's a good question.
I don't know what the first one was, but it seems like Iowa's had one before.
A mega? Wow, that's a good question.
Okay, so where do we dig into all this? Because there's
so
a lot to say.
So here's
if
the
you
thing.
know what the original mega was for Iowa, geocachetalk@gmail.com. Go ahead. All right.
So here's where we are from here, right? And we appreciate everybody voting during the show on this one. The polls are going to end tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. So on this one, if you feel strongly in the event, if you want to get the word out, get the word out. Share that link, let people vote. 8 p.m. tomorrow, polls are going to close, and then we're going to create the next round from there. So where we go from here is, we have those 8 different categories or 8 different polls. We're going to have 4 matchups based upon rankings.
Yep.
And
Final
right
4.
now we're looking at those ending probably Friday, this Friday around midnight on that side. So get this in, vote for your event that excites you most, and get it out there.
Yep.
I think I'd like to say that before we start, we're going to stay positive. However, because it's no point in being negative about a mega, and we can talk about that at some other time. But I don't think we're trying. Here's how I see it: we're not trying to win anybody over on what the best mega is. We're trying to win. We're trying to show people the positives that we know about all the different megas, so maybe they'll try a different one. That's my thought, right?
Yeah.
Because really, I mean, Cache Fest is the best, we know. So there's no real contest. So we're just trying to people to try different things. I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, also
Hawaii.
I think
Hawaii. Come on, Hawaii's first ever mega.
How do you beat Hawaii?
Yeah, so we got to level the playing field. It's not fair. Obviously, Cache Fest is the best. Always will be.
Yeah.
But you got to try a bunch of different megas if you choose to, right? Like, every mega has its own theme. And I think that's what we're going to talk about is like, they're extreme. Just because you've been to one mega, that's not what all of them are like. They're extremely different. And depending on what you like, which my taste change from time to time, depending on what you like, there may be megas out there that you love. There may be ones that you hate. But you don't know until you really try it. And they really, really do have different flavors for all of them.
Oh, Judy's
Moga
got
2012 was in Iowa. There you go.
There we go. Way to go, Judy. She did the work for us there.
Yeah, thank you, Judy.
Appreciate you, Judy. So for our audio listeners, there was a Moga 2012 that was in Iowa, GC2QM9C. So this will be the second. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
But Cache Fest Hawaii is an example of, and there's probably others out there, that this year it is their first mega or first big event. In this case, it is a mega. First mega ever in Hawaii is going to be this year. So, that's an interesting thing. You don't get that all the time. Not every state can say that they're having their first one this year. Most states have had a mega. Most states, I think it is. Most states have had a mega of some type.
Yeah, I think there's not one in Alaska yet. I know that much. But
no mega yet in Alaska. But cross your fingers, there might be one year. And but yeah, so one of the things that we do want to cover tonight, that like Jesse said, but one of the things that we want to do is also sort of encourage people who are like, I don't want to go to that mega because I've already done caches in that state and I don't really want to, it's like, well, maybe there's something there that might give you something other than the caches in that area to go for. And so we're going to talk about some of those things as well, because you're like, I didn't really think about that. If there's certain things that a mega does that might get you excited more than just, finding a few caches that, like, I don't need caches for example, Oklahoma. Oh, I found caches in Oklahoma. Yeah, but I think Cache Fest Oklahoma was different. And the reason it was different was because of not only the mega, but also the side events. And so I guess that's a good place to start. And that is because the question we have in our notes is what excites us about what are some things we like about the megas that or what excites us about the megas that are out there this year, or what excites us about megas in a general sense. And one of the things I want to mention is that when there are excellent side events, and I'm going to mention a couple tonight, but to me, that really enhances the whole thing, because for the most part, if I go to a mega, I try to get there Wednesday, maybe Tuesday, but I want to get there early and go to the side events, especially like this year I went to Bamarama. I'll talk a little bit about Bamarama in a minute, but one of the things that really sticks out to me is the time and effort that the mega teams put into the side events. So now that we've done them, the three of us have been involved, and I mentioned Oklahoma because I really think that the side events that we did were we put a lot of effort into them, and they can be unbelievable. And of course, the pinnacle of side events ever was Night at the Noble. I mean, that people are still talking about it. I mean, that was at the the Natural Museum there in Norman. We all got dressed up. Jesse and I were Neanderthals. John was a Roman centurion. We had all the not all, but we had a lot of characters. We had a lot of people dressed up as people from Night at the Museum, and to make that whole thing happen and to get the buy-in, I mean, for the Natural History Museum to let us do what we did was incredible. I mean, now took a lot of effort. I was worn out. I don't know, Jesse, but we were jumping around like Neanderthals for a few hours, and I was spent after that. But what an incredible time! Folks loved it. I still get comments, that people were there that just loved the whole thing. Oh, yes, Spill the Beans is here tonight, and they said that was awesome. I got to teach Theodore Roosevelt things he did not know about himself, which is funny. But we had a great Teddy Roosevelt. He looked like Teddy Roosevelt, like in real life. I mean, but yeah, it was so much fun to do that whole thing. And so for me, if a mega has really good side events, that to me can really enhance the mega. So y'all's thoughts on? Go ahead.
I'll offer a counterpoint. I like side events, but they're not what I pick an event for sure. However, I will say, I do like side events. Yeah. Like you said, that was the best. I don't think you can, for me, there's not one best side event. Sure. Obviously, that was awesome. Now, I was on the back end of that one, right? So I get to act in that one. I didn't get to be surprised by getting there and seeing it. So that's a little different perspective. But, like, I remember one we did in Texas that was like, I don't think it was actually midnight, but it was close to midnight, and it was donuts selling out the side of that bakery thing. That was awesome. That was a couple different events we've been involved with some and been at some where they had escape rooms as side events. To me, side events, and I'll see if I can explain this right. I like side events that are different and new. Yeah. So even if you had 10 events where they were 10 in a row and they were all doing actors and they did all this huge production, to me, it's like the first time you find a bolt cache on a guardrail. That is awesome. That's what I want an event to be. I want it to be the first time I've seen this weird version of an event. because you have the people coming already, so you can be a little creative with it. You know, I love it when they're like, "Here's what we're gonna do for this event. This is gonna be a throw stuff at each other event." I'm like, "Yes, I've never
That
heard of
sounds
that.
good.
That's awesome." I
Yeah,
just love
yeah,
them to
let's
be
do it.
really like creative with it. Like, there's nothing wrong with meeting and gathering, and that'll kind of segue into my favorite part of the events. But I like to go. I never would have thought of that. That's an awesome event. I really think that's cool. Yeah, donuts sold out the back door. That was awesome.
Yeah. Tom mentioned that.
but,
Yeah, there was the back dough donuts.
back dough. That's what it was. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, it's a 5-star steakhouse. This is a 5-star. It's a steakhouse. But yet, if you go there at a certain time, like around midnight ish in Denton, you go to the back. There's no. It's all clandestine, and they will have donuts. There's no menu. You just ask them what they have, and tonight we've got X, Y, and Z. You're like, oh, okay, well, I'll take one of those.
And they were like big old craft donuts too, not like a dozen that you're eating. You're not eating a dozen of these donuts. It was awesome.
But you're right. Those are the events that are so memorable, and that is, again, there. If you're involved with a mega, you really want to try to be as creative as possible, I think.
Yeah, and I just got to throw out there too, because I think for newer cachers, you hear about like a mega event, you hear about a block party.
Yep.
It's probably going to be on like a Saturday, probably on that one. And you may think to yourself, should you just come in for that event, like just arrive and then go home right afterwards? But there's a lot more to these events, like Gary and Jesse were saying, where things take place days beforehand. And I got to tell you guys, I know Tom made the comment on here too for side events, meeting people. I love meeting people.
That's number one.
And
but I think that's a given for all three of us. I really do.
And I think on that one too, meeting people and talking about the caches in the area, because I mean, really, anytime you go to a new location for a mega event or something, there's probably a lot of caches you have not gotten in that area. So this is a time to find out those really cool caches, to do out there. And certainly if people are coming to a mega too, even if it's just, you're going solo to a mega, there's a lot of people to do caching with too. So, just something for people to keep in mind.
I will talk about caches in a minute. I do want to bring up a couple that are,
I think we need to start hitting the events, or we're not going to get to them.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
we can tie these into the events as we go.
Yeah, try to hit a side event as another thing too. If you've never been, if you're going to a mega, and if you can, definitely go to the side events. They're incredible. So
yeah, it absolutely enhances the week or days of caching that you're going to get out of the mega for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're talking about the caches. One thing I want to mention is, and get y'all's opinion on, and that is, we were talking before the show about Bamarama. One of the things I really loved, I got to go to Bamarama this year. So it's like the third year of Bamarama. One of the things that I really loved is they have worked with their community, and they have left in place so many cool caches. I mean, and so I'm hitting it. I came in, and we were able to go, and the folks I was with, most of them hadn't found the caches in this area. So you've got like triple effect on, and this is, we'll talk about some of the other events, but the cool thing was that the town has sort of, or the community has kept a lot of the highly favorited caches in Foley, Alabama area, and Gulf Shores, Alabama. So kudos to them for doing that. But it really, so now they're like layering on all these incredible caches into the area. And of course, I got to find a mix of some that were put out this year and some from other years. So mean, it's a big benefit for some of those, you know, the Midwest geobashes, you know, the Cache Bash, West Bend. So do you
West
guys
Bend recycles though, right? They recycle their caches every year.
well, yeah, and so and those three, but both Bamarama and Midwest Geobash, they do recycle, but I think that they're able to sort of like, oh, this one it gets a ton of favorite points. Let's keep it around because it's so good. So
yeah, here's what I would say. So I've got a different opinion than you do on that one. And this is a whole show to itself, but I'll keep it short for this one.
No problem.
And this is talking about different types of megas. So some megas go to a new place each time, right?
Yep.
Like Cache Fest, for example.
Sure.
The main goal of Cache Fest is to bring megas to places that haven't had a mega before.
Right.
Or just be awesome, right? If there's not a brand new place they can go this year, they're just going to go to an awesome place that's really needing a mega. So Cache Fest is going to move around from location to location. And then there's ones like Bamarama is going to be in the same place every year, right?
Sure.
So two different styles. And there's several of them that are in those two camps, right? One is going to be there every year until it's gone because they found their place. And the other one's moving around. So I think the one that's moving around, what I would hope they would do, they come to a new area. There's maybe 200 brand new caches, quality caches, and then, 8 billion labs or whatever that happened. But 200 good quality actual geocaches that come into the area, and they stay. They partner with somebody local. They're not just like a, vacation cache that we all know is a lot.
Right.
They've added not only a mega to that area, but they've added 200 brand new awesome caches for the locals to go find, for people to find for years to come visiting. And then there's the ones that stay in the same location. I think no matter the level of favorite points, if you're going to do a mega and you've decided as a community you're going to bring a mega back every year, recycle them all. Archive them, all brand new caches. If there's 1,000 caches in town, I mean, the ones that are associated, I don't mean everybody's, you're not like wiping out people's caches, but all the ones that the megas are involved with putting out, recycle them. Even if it's the same cache and you're going to keep that one out because it's so awesome, make it part 2. You know what I mean? Version 2. Recycle all those. So you have people coming back and they're not like, oh, I found 700 of the caches in this town.
Yeah.
Okay. Recycle all those. Keep it the same. And like, this is 2025's version. This is 2026's version. I think that adds so much more to the experience of showing up for that mega. And I know some megas already do that. I think West Bend is one of them. They recycle the whole group, right?
Yeah, K-Blast is talking about, and that's something that they actually do. So they don't do what Bamarama does. They recycle them all. So
yes, Cache Bash and Midwest. I love that.
So West
they're
Bend,
recycling them, but they may keep them in the same place and stuff. But it's a new find for people.
Yeah, and there's always a new theme, at least for Midwest, I know. Which I
personally think people should redo anyway. I think people should do that personal caches, but that's another show. That's another show.
Yeah, that's a really good question because
another show.
There's so many good
another show.
There's so many good caches.
Okay. Back to the mega events. A mega and block party and mega.
Block party.
I guess.
Yeah. They're all megas. They're just temporarily renamed for the moment.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead. Keep going.
So do we want to hit some of the individual megas now so we can give people an idea of the different ones?
Yeah, talk about the ones. I guess. Did you want to actually talk about some of them, or how did you want to approach the?
John, what do you think? Because there's definitely some different styles we need to talk about. We can give examples of them too.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I think the thing, for this show, right, is if you're a newer cacher, right, and you're trying to make sense of all these different events.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good to understand how all these events are a little bit different or in different ways done.
Sure.
If you're a cacher that's been around for a while, maybe attended like events nearby you, thinking about a lot of those other big events out there too.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's always funny for me because I'll kind of give a quick version of something, but I think we all have a tendency to go to events that are closer to us.
Yes.
And sometimes we see it and we think that's how geocaching events are done, but people do these in so many different ways out there.
Oh gosh, yes.
I know it's funny for me because the closest one to me, like my white whale event, ASP Geobash. I only live like an hour away from there, but I have to like work every single time it's
It's an
happening.
hour away, and you've never been.
I've never been, so I'm hoping either this
Lame.
year I can make part of it, or next year I can make all of it.
Good grief.
But I know it's interesting because like when I go to my local caching community and like my perspective is kind of like Cache Fest and other events,
Yeah.
that's different. You know what I mean? So it's interesting trying to do that and trying to explain it and trying to put it out there. But I think, part of caching, and I don't know about you guys, for me, it's like you start with a style, you do different styles, you then become like Earth Cache Master Jesse on that one that like swore at one point that he hated Earth caches, but it's like styles change over time, right? So so I think even with events, putting different things out there is very good to know. But
would you put ASP Geobash in the same category as like the picnic in the park down here? It's more of a gathering. It's a general social gathering in an outdoor space. I think there's several megas that fit into that kind of.
I think in a way, I mean, they refresh like all their caches pretty much like every like year or two.
A lot of night caches.
Yeah, and a lot of night caches too. That's kind of their big staple, right?
That's sort of their signature.
Yeah. So I mean, for them to have to go through and do that full refresh, I mean, yeah, you get some of that.
And
but I mean,
Picnic in the Park does the same thing, but I think so they refresh down here too. But they're outdoor events. They're not in a building somewhere. There's no competition, which we definitely got to talk about the competition.
Yeah, those are different. Yeah.
It's really just a social gathering in a nice area.
A lot of I don't, and you know this better than Jesse, but a lot of campers, right? Were there a lot of campers at the one that you went to?
There's campgrounds around, everything else. I know there's campers at ASP. I've never been to that one,
but Midwest Geobash, ASP, a lot of camping goes on.
Yeah. So I think those are similar. That's just one style of mega, though.
It is.
That's some people's jam, right? Slow speed, hang out.
They love that.
Campfire, that kind of stuff.
Really cool. Different, completely different experience.
But then there's competition. Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, and I don't think everybody's aware of this style. And obviously, people have been around for a long time are, but not everybody is or have been to one. And I'm thinking like Moga, Texas Challenge. What's some other ones that are competitions? What's the the Cache Bash? Is that the $1,000 prize?
Yeah. The Cache Bash where they give away money.
There's a few other ones that are, I think they're those type style, but very different. Have we all been to Moga?
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Moga.
No. Oh, Moga, yeah. You and I were there.
Texas Challenge. I've been to Texas Challenge.
We did the one in Manhattan.
Yeah.
But yeah, Texas Challenge has, of course, a team event, and they've got individual events. Same, Moga has team. And did you compete in team or individual when you were in Manhattan? The one we went to in Moga,
team.
Yeah. You did team there? Okay. I thought
it was me and Josh and
Sodak Zach,
Cherry, and one other person I can't think of.
I
can't think of the cat's name off the top of my head, but there was a 4-man team, and we how did we do? Oh, we won the whole thing. That's right.
That's right. You won the
big
whole
fat
thing.
Trophy, nice little medal and everything else. It was great.
Right. That's awesome.
It was awesome,
Those are really cool. Now, there are, at a lot of these events, they do have sort of, I'm going to call them competitions, but they do have these sort of spin the wheel and you got to get enough points for stuff. So people are running around town trying to collect points. So it's, I wouldn't say competition, but it's sort of a side event.
It's okay to say competition.
It is.
Right. We're not hurting anybody's feelings. It's okay.
But those are cool.
If you're into it, it's a lot of fun. Not everybody's into the competition and they shy away from that. I get it. But if you're into the competition, you don't really get to do competition very often in caching, right? Yeah. So it's a very different take on it. And it can be a lot of fun. Even just to watch is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I always hear good things. Love Texas Challenge, and it's always interesting to hear when Jesse, you and I have been at the opening. Then we go. Then like we were in Tyler, and then we would just go caching. But
Yeah.
the whole place scatters. It's a funny thing to watch that all these and everybody's really friendly and all everybody until that morning. And so John, they get their game faces on. So Jesse and I are walking around trying to talk to these folks, and they're like, yeah. I'll see you tonight. And they're like, oh, okay. And they're like, serious. They got their shirts on. They got their region.
Like headsets and radios, walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
There's somebody with a computer doing logistics support. It's crazy.
They've got their Scooby-Doo vans out front. They got the whole they're serious. They've got their whole thing set up.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
There's spotters out to make sure there's no cheating. It's crazy. It's
they do that.
If you're into that, it's an awesome event, right? But
it sounds unique,
not for everybody for sure.
It is serious competition going on. I mean, they are really into it. I mean, they're really. I mean, it's and at that time they're all huddled up. I mean, the north people aren't talking to the east and the southeast. I mean, they're all regional. Out in there's no and so it's a whole different.
Wow.
But again, completely different.
Do they allow people from New York to go to that one, Gary?
They have out of town.
It's only North America. It's it's only America. Canada's not involved. So,
okay. Good thing I'm just south of that border.
You can hire professionals to be part of your team. So for example, the East team, they hired Charles and Tom to help solve the puzzles for the East team.
It doesn't seem fair.
That's cheating.
No,
it's you can't hire the puzzle masters for that.
No. You can. It's like anything. It's like the Olympics. If you want to bring in the Michael Jordan, the Charles Barkleys, back in the day, if you want to create a dream team to compete, you can do that. So that's easily enough done.
Yeah, and Rick did point out the Texas North team had members from Finland, France, Germany on their team. You can obviously we're joking. Everybody was totally welcome to do whatever there, right? Like you can join whatever team you wanted to.
You can join any team, but they do have an out of state if you want to. In fact, Tom has competed for the out of state team before, which is funny because he's been a lifelong Texan. I don't know, he's lived in Texas pretty much all his life, but anyway, you get the idea. But anyway, so those are, and the one thing I do want to point out, I think you made a highlight of that, is the fact that all these events, even like Texas Challenge, I go to Texas Challenge pretty much every year, and all his life so far. But
so far,
I've been to it, and you don't have to compete if you want to.
No.
You can't.
Yeah.
But so we've mentioned a few, and we're kind of getting long in the events here, timing here. But what are some other things that y'all want to mention about the events, the megas? Do y'all like the ones that bounce around, or do y'all prefer the ones that are in the one spot better?
Both. It depends. I can't answer that because there's ones that I like to repeat, like Bamarama, or there's some events that are sadly gone now that I like that saved one place in Rome.
I know, I love
that.
Caching was so unique.
Right? There's you can only do so much for so long, and but I also like, now, even though I can't go to Hawaii this year, and that's just happens to be timing for when it is. I wish I was there at Cache Fest.
Yeah.
I think I like the idea of it's both, because I like to go to a new place, right?
Yeah.
But I also want to go to different megas. So while I could probably just follow Cache Fest around and go to all of those, I like to try to go to different types of megas. So I'm torn. I like both. I can't answer that because I like both. I would love to go to one of every type of mega eventually. All the standard ones come back every year. But who knows if that'll ever happen. And if I had a choice equally to go to one that I've gone to before or a brand new one, I would probably choose the brand new one if everything else is 100% equal. Yeah. Just because they're so different from mega to mega. And you get to see a new group of people, right? Like all three of us, our real number one thing is we love talking to people at these events and that we've communicated with online and everything else. And over the years, we found their caches over the years, or you've seen their name somewhere and you finally get talking to them in person. Well, kind of hitting a new region for me is like, oh, it's a whole new, brand new group of people that may not travel outside of the region, but you talk to them or corresponded with them. And so I think, to me, I like the variety of events. And I would have to choose going to a new one over a repeating event if I had no other choice, even though I love repeating events too. I just want to go to them all. So I guess it's not fair. I can't go to all the old ones and the new ones too. So I don't know.
Yeah. And I hear you 100% because I'm like the same way. I'd love to go and check out so many. I know one person who I'm jealous of is Big Guy. What is it? Big Guy 14760 or 14760.
Yeah.
Because like when Matt was in town, like I want to say maybe like a month or two ago, and we were catching up, like with his gig, he can take off weeks. So for him, he can make epic road trips out of these as well too.
He was in Bamarama. He was probably at Boga this year in Abilene, Kansas. I mean, Moga, now that it's back, you got Moga, you got Geo Woodstock, which travels around, Cache Fest travels around. There is if you go, I think I prefer the ones that move. Moga used to travel, now Moga's back. So you get in, I don't know. Geo Woodstock, I'm excited to go to West Virginia this year. I've never been. Well, I've been there for business, but that didn't count. But but see, I guess I'm different. I'm not completely different from everybody, but I'm excited to see people. I'm like Tom. I want to go and see the people.
Same here.
So I'm excited to it's a long way for me. It's 18 hours, whatever it is, some crazy amount that I'm going to drive it. And I guess people do fly it. I mean, obviously, John flew down to Oklahoma last year.
Yes.
But this year you've got, Geo Woodstock almost in your backyard, which is, cool.
And I think actually next weekend I may drive through there, to tell you the truth, on that side. So,
oh, wow.
Wow.
Got to make my way down to North Carolina, and when I punch it in Google Maps, it goes right through Morgantown, West Virginia.
Morgantown.
Yeah. So,
well, you could stop and don't tell anybody, but you could check out our secret patron place and tell us if it's any good or not.
Yeah, I could.
There might be some pies there, and I'm talking about the, not the pies that I think people are thinking of, but I'm thinking more of the.
I think people are getting, Gary, when you mention pies to me, I think people know. Just saying.
Yeah.
On that one.
We get it.
Yeah.
Let's move on to something that's real.
For Pizza Odyssey, yes.
Well, I'm just saying, if you go through there, if you want to pop in there, tell them hi. I talked to them the other day, and they were excited that they're going to have us. They're going to host us when we're there in Morgantown. Can't wait, man! I'm excited for that, for Gigastock, man. It's going to be awesome.
Going to be so cool. Which,
speaking of, we're going to have Mark back. So Mark will be with us next week to talk about Gigastock. So
yeah, then I heard, and I don't know this, Gary. I know there's Mark Webb and I know there's Troop Biz. I don't know if I've ever seen them both in the same place at the same time.
That's a good question.
But I know, so Mark Webb's going to be on Geocache Talk on the 13th, right?
Mark Webb's going to be with us next Sunday, right?
Oh, okay.
Let me make sure. Let me double check that. Now, Troop Biz is going to be on Challenge Talk.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I confused Mark Webb and Troop Biz again. I don't know why.
Have you ever seen them both in the same place?
No, I have not.
I'm wondering now. My question is, what is one different than the other?
One must be a sock puppet. That's all there is to it.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So we'll have Mark Webb next week to talk about it's the last Gigastock update before the event. And then actually on Tuesday, we're going to get the Geo Woodstock Challenge Trail.
Oh, yeah.
And that's with Troop Biz. So
okay.
I'm looking forward to both those events next week.
Yeah, those sound great.
Yeah. And definitely don't forget to vote. So that'll be awesome to see who wins those competitions. So
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you to everybody who's voted. We've had so many more responses tonight, and I'm just looking, and it's like, oh man, so many close ones on here. So it's going to be fun to see who wins.
yes. I guess we need to jump into some final thoughts tonight.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go first and let you guys give a little more. I've talked a little bit about different of these events already, so I don't want to reiterate things I've said, but no, I do want to point out a couple of things. One is if you've never been, obviously, to a mega, you need to go because it's a whole other world. And so many of them just really, and I think at least, but I'll speak for myself and let you guys talk for yourselves. But overall, I would say every mega I've been to has been successful and good. There are a few weird things. I've seen side events that have to me have not been good, and I just walk away going, "Hey, I've been there. I know how hard it is to schedule and plan these things, but every mega that I've been to, I think has been really, really good. I don't think I've been to any megas, and I don't know what my total's up to now, but I've been to a lot, and all of them, I've walked away going, that was a very successful mega. So go to a mega if you've never been. And somebody, I think Andrew mentioned, don't be afraid to go. And, I ran into people that there it is. Best advice for a new cacher is don't be afraid. Go to an event. We're all geocaching nerds. That's so true. And I have seen this happen, and I'll let you guys talk on this, but I have seen this where people have basically shown up and they're like, I don't know anybody here. Like, and people take them under their wing and go, hey, come on with us.
Oh yeah.
Jesse has actual experiences of like, just jump in the car with us and we're going to go. It's like,
yeah, I've been on both sides of that. 100%.
There's nowhere else in the world you could just say, hey, come on, jump in the car with us. We're going.
Yep.
So yeah.
I'll let John wrap it up. I would say every mega I've been to has been fun. It's been like, there's always something that goes wrong because it's not a professional team doing it. It's, it's people, it's geocachers putting these together. They can't go perfect. You can't count for how many people are going to be there. So you have to just put that stuff aside and have a lot of fun, right? It's a gathering. Well, I take that back. The weirdest mega I ever went to that did not go well, and I think it was the last one of its kind, was the Earth Cache mega I went to. That's a whole different show. Yeah. That was wild. I don't know how. I guess they just automatically got mega status because there was like 8 people there, but and it was inside this building, and there was more GSA employees there than there were people. I don't know. It's whatever.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was wild. They haven't had one since. It was in Denver. I went to it. It was near another mega, and it was anyway. And please tell me I'm wrong. Please tell me there's been tons of other ones I don't know about, and they're going strong, but I don't think that's so. Anyway, megas are what you make out of them, right? Like, go, if you've never done a mega, go to one just to see what it's like. If you've only probably been to local events, so go see what it's like. You may not like them, you may love them, it may be your new thing. There are some people that have been to tons of megas, like tons of them, right? Yep. Like, we've met some people that have been to, like, there's somebody out there, I promise you, there's 3 people out there that know they are the 1, 2, and 3 top people for attending megas. I guarantee you those people know who they are.
Big guy has to have gone to he's been to 100 of them, I guess, at least.
Yeah, Marlon or what?
But if you've been to your local mega, I would challenge you then to go and maybe try to find a way, whether you're on vacation or whether you have work travel or whatever else, branch out to a different type of mega, not just the same mega in a different place, travel or whatever. Try to do another one. You may find something that you really like, because they're so different. And it's just like a restaurant or choosing a different place to go hang out. As soon as you walk into one of these things, you feel it's different. A Coin Fest and a Texas Challenge are completely different.
Yep.
It's not like they have to tell you the rules when you walk in. You immediately know everything's different.
Yep.
So keep trying different flavors, and find out which ice cream you like. That's would be my encouragement for this.
Sure. That's good.
Yeah. So just a few things, to put out there. Megas can be different experiences for a lot of different people. So we all cache in our own style and we do things in different ways. So if you're a numbers person, you can be a numbers person. If you like specific cache types, you can do specific cache types. If you want to connect with people, you can connect with people. So, feel like when you're talking with megas and somebody's telling you about their experiences, that's their experience. But when you go to a mega, you can choose what kind of experience that you want from there. I know a few comments came up. It was Great 2 Forever said they've not been to any event. Go to one and check it out. But like I said, it's you can make it what you want. And even for introverts yes. can have a great time too.
Absolutely.
I love Tom's comment. If you go to Geo Woodstock or Cache Fest, find him and say howdy. If you see me at an event, come up and just talk anything pizza wise. Just say like, my favorite pizza is this, and I will talk to you, and it will be a great time catching up on there.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, with K-Blast, introverts find their group. A lot of introverts have a lot of amazing times on there. And on to that one too, megas are also great for finding the best pizza places. Absolutely K-Blast. And for finding pizza in sometimes surprising places too on that one.
Excellent.
But I encourage people, find one, go check it out. Have fun. They're great times. Absolutely great times.
Excellent. Well, guys, good show. Again, people get your votes in. As they say, vote early and vote often.
Mm-hmm.
And Challenge Talk on April 8th with Troop Biz, whoever that guy is. He'll be on to talk about the America's Challenge Trail near Morgantown. Then Geocache Talk next Sunday. We're going to have on Mark Webb. He'll be on to give the latest, and it'll be the last update before we're not far away from Geo Woodstock. We're less than 50 days, man. So we're getting close. And then we've got a new Gadget Talk coming up on April 22nd. So we're excited for that as well. So, all right. Good times. Thanks everybody. And we'll see you Tuesday. So good night, everybody.
Take care, everybody.
May your finds be many and your DNFs be few. May the terrain and difficulty both be less than 2. And whatever it is you're looking for, may it find its way to you. And may we all meet again.
Folks, we hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. Please email us your comment at geocachetalk@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The show can be found on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Public, or Spotify, as well as at the Geocache Talk website. Don't forget to click that subscribe button below and ring that bell notification so that you can see and hear the show on a weekly basis. And tell your friends about the show. Get them involved with us in the chat room. And until next week, don't just talk about geocaching, go geocaching.